How is everybody? I just came on here because I wanted to say hello to everyone, and I wanted to let the topic be about, you know, um, during the holidays or this holiday, about giving thanks for our family members, for having people that love and care about us. Doing something a little bit extra, even if we have the ones that sometimes are struggling and they seem like they might be wearing you out or burning you out. We're still giving thanks that we have them here, and we're just encouraging them so that they can do better to become independent vessels. So just wanted to come on here and say hello. The last time I was on a live, I played some music, and I found out that the music was copyrighted, even though it was a YouTube playlist. Does anybody know anything about that? Like, if you play like a YouTube music, that they still, does my car have, no, does your car have trouble starting? Why did you ask me that? Are you having problems with your car, or is that like a legitimate question? Why did you ask me that? I'm waiting. Oh, I can't get my glasses on right. I don't have any problems with my car starting. Um, thank God for that. You know, I can understand how that would be really inconveniencing right now. So what's that supposed to mean? Let me see if I can see without my glasses. I might be able to handle this without my glasses. So why are you asking, is my car having problems or trouble starting? Hi, how are you doing? Let me see. What is your name? Is Kayla Chat or Kaylee Chat? So we're gonna keep these comments kind of we're gonna keep them clean and respectable, okay? Thank you. Hi, how are you doing? Ram Gender. Ram Gen Ram Gender Man, how are you doing? And then we have Bonds Buddy, how are you? Okay. Okay. Can I give two punches like I'm playing? Is this about my muscles that I have? I do have muscles in my arms. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see them. I do have muscles in my arms, but I've had them since I was a kid. Okay. I it's just, it is what it is, and I do yard work. So I love doing my own yard work. No, I took off my glasses because I wanted to see if I can read the screen without my glasses. For work. I'm in education. Yes, I'm in education. But hi, Edward Lewis. How are you? But I'm going to be retiring at the end of this year, end of the school year. I'm calling it quits. I'm done. Educate you on what? You're already getting to know me on YouTube. Yeah, so like I said, I'm going to be retiring at the end of the year and see what else life has to offer me, like maybe traveling and stuff like that. After I quit, well, I will probably like do some YouTubing, I guess. Traveling. I just bought the Meta Quest 3, so I'll probably get into that. You know, the Meta Quest 3 is part of the Oculus game system that they have, that you go virtual reality. I'll probably do some of that. I'll do yard work, you know, a little bit of everything. Thank you. You have a blessed night too, Edward. That was my dad's name, by the way. He passed away about 5 years ago. Mm. Well, oh, because you can see all the perfumes and stuff behind me. Yeah, I love Chanel Chanel perfumes. I love them. But then I just discovered the Gucci perfume, and it smells really good. This new Gucci one that I got. So I do have restrictions on my YouTube. So if you say anything that is disrespectful or that is not appropriate, YouTube is watching. And YouTube will possibly ban you. So you might not want to say stuff that's against community guidelines. Thank you very much. So I don't even know who you are, but I'm just gonna go on and remove you because I think you're being really immature and also inappropriate. Okay. Because there's a way to report you, and that's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I just did. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And the same, I don't disrespect people either because it's just not who I am, you know, and I don't need to do that. Mm. Okay, what's going on? What's going on here? So I was just talking about family. Like during the holidays, I think it's best that we just focus on the positive and, you know, try to thanks give thanks rather for having all the people in our lives that have our back, and, you know, just reaching out to some of those family members that maybe we don't get to talk to as much, you know. Maybe they might be down and out and they may need just us to come by and just tell them that we love them, you know, during the holidays, you know, things like of that nature. Yes. Yes, please be positive, Art, because YouTube actually monitors my live and everybody else's lives, and you can be banned for community guidelines violations. Okay, so I'm gonna, because I don't have a problem with reporting you. I really don't. So I think that's what I'll do. Art. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yes. Because I don't have a problem with stuff like that. Okay. So what are you guys doing for the holidays? Is anybody going out of town? I'm going out of town. I'm going to my hometown, California. That's where all of my family is. My brother is hosting the Thanksgiving, like traditional family cooking and music and stuff like that. My brother, he likes to be the life of the party, so, and I like to be right there with them. Yep. And I am the oldest of eight. There are eight siblings, or I'm sorry, seven siblings of mine in my family. I'm the oldest, the same mother and father. Um, I am 56, if any of you guys were wondering. Yes. I have I have two adult kids and I have three grandkids. I said it. I said it. Yes. So that's the reason why I want to retire at the end of the year, because I just want to be able to sit back and enjoy life, and especially while I still have, like, all of my faculty skills, so I still want to be able to do that. And I want to be able to do my yard work. I want to plant things. I want to live off the fruit of my land, you know. Um, and I just want to have a positive rest of my life, stress free. I'm drinking coffee right now. I sure hope it doesn't wake me up in the middle of the night, because anytime I drink anything with caffeine in it, it's like clockwork. I wake up at 1 o'clock and then I can't sleep until about like 4, 5, and then it's time for me to get up. And also, I wanted to say thank you to all the people that subscribe to me. And if you are, can you just put it in my comments, and I will subscribe back to you. A favor for a favor. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I used to be on TikTok. Um, I had a very big flourishing account for me, because I was on TikTok for about 2 years. And it was my first time ever being on social media. And so I got my account following up to 12,000 followers, which was pretty good for me, I thought. And I had like over 200,000 likes. But then someone hacked into my account and did something. I don't know. They hacked into my account, and then my account got closed. So it kind of like, it kind of bothered me for a while, because I tried to like I tried to dispute it, and I tried to get TikTok to reopen it, but they wouldn't. So I do have a TikTok account, but I don't really like. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Pennywise. Um, oh, really? Yes. And you're a guy at football. Yes. Do you mean that in a mean way that my face looks gold? What do you mean? So if you don't have anything nice to say, just change the channel. You can go to another channel. Because you don't have to be on here. You don't have to look at me. Okay. So try to be positive, because when you're on there, you want to make sure that people treat you the same way. And so I don't think it's not really nice, and it's not appropriate to talk mean about people, because it comes back to you. My name is Katrina. I just go by Trina for short. Um, I'm really kind of like getting tired of talking to you, Mr. Working Games, okay? Okay. Hi, Alan. How are you doing? Alan. Your name is Alan, right? Alan. So I'm guessing by your screen name, you like football. Good. I'm glad to hear that. You know what hi, Shay or Shy. Hi, how are you doing? You know what I like about YouTube is that, thank you, Alina. I appreciate that. What I like about YouTube is that you can just remove the person so easily. Like when you're in a live and they say things that are inappropriate or mean, or you can just remove them. That's what I like. So you make, really, okay, you have over 1,000 subs. Okay, so subscribe to me, and when you do, let me know that you did so that I can subscribe back to you. Okay. And I'm sorry, Alina, I can't adopt anybody else. Hi, Sammy. How are you doing? I am so grateful to hear from you. How are you doing? Thank you, Shy. I appreciate it. Is it Shy? Is that how you pronounce it? Shy, or is it Shay? Am I saying it right? How are you doing, Sammy? It is so good to hear from you. Thank you. I have several. Okay, so you said it's Shy. Shy. Okay, I got you. Got you. So I wanted to talk about family. Is anybody going to be spending any Thanksgiving with family members that you don't normally get to see, but you're going out there? Even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, are you still going to be spending time with your family? Oh, it's thank you, Sammy. Yeah, I got your message this morning, Sammy, and I wanted to reach out to you. Hey, Kenny, how are you doing? Oh, my cup. Oh, yeah, so I got this from the Westin, and nobody at my job has a cup like this. Bye, football. You said your name. It's Alex, right? Alex. Bye, Alex. Have a good night. Yeah, I got this from the Westin Hotel, and I think you can get it online. So you just look up like slim um tumbler cups, but I really do like it. You're doing great. Okay, Kenny, that is so good. So yeah, I had a TikTok account. Someone got into my TikTok account, and they took over my account. So I had to get the account closed, and I was just like so upset about that. So I just started over with YouTube, and then I still have a TikTok account, a different one, but I just I just do freelance stuff on there. I don't really do a lot. I don't want to get too serious about it because I got TikTok is addicting. It I deserve who I love, right? That's who I deserve. Hey Emily, how are you doing? It is so good to be on here, you guys, because I'm sometimes kind of shy. And so this kind of helps me like break the ice a little bit. And people say you can't really be shy if you're posting, but yeah, my house is all right. Okay, let me see what you're saying, Sammy. Okay, so you guys, I have Sammy on here. Sammy is my friend. Sammy was in a, if you don't mind me saying, Sammy was in a really bad car accident. And so before that, Sammy was able to get around like everybody else, but he was in a really bad car accident. And now Sammy is a paraplegic. and he has nurses all around. He has his mom that helps him too, you know. Um, and he said that he wanted me to use my voice. I'm sorry, I'm trying to straighten out my glasses. Just to kind of talk about him, and just to know that, it your life can change like in a minute. It can just change. Like you can literally like just be doing things like you normally do on a day-to-day basis, and then all of a sudden your life can just change. So that's why you should never look down on anybody that's, you know um not able to be as mobile as you are, that are not able to, that have disabilities. You should never, never, and I say never, because if you don't believe in reaping what you sow, do believe in karma, because it does come back. So thanks. You know where I got this necklace? So there's a jewelry store called Brighton's. It's Brighton's jewelry store, and I buy a lot of like my jewelry from there, like these bracelets. I have a watch that I really love that I usually wear, but I just the battery just went out. And the crazy thing was that I lost the watch, so I went up there to buy a new watch and lost the battery. And the battery went out. So, in order to get the battery changed, they have to send it off to California, and it takes a month. So I'm thinking about I'm thinking about just wearing it, you know, um, just as jewelry, because it does look like jewelry. Thank you guys for reaching out to Sammy. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I've been talking to Sammy, and I'm not gonna stop talking to Sammy. I'm gonna keep. Okay. Thank you for coming on, Emily, and I will be talking to you later. Have a blessed day. And if I'm not subscribing to you, can you send me something letting me know so that I can subscribe to you too? Thank you. Hey, how are you doing, Farmer Dilly? So, anyways, back to Sammy. So Sammy was in a bad car accident, and that's what he was telling me. And when God spared his life, because he is still here. He could have he it could have ended tragically, and he's not able to move around and be mobile, and he also has to be fed through a tube. And one thing that I did like that he told me that he's able to do, although he can't talk, and he can't move his body parts, but they have developed a machine that allows him to look into the machine, and that's how he's able to communicate, by looking at the words on the screen. That's I believe that's what he was telling me. And I just think that technology is really, really something, because you know when I was born, they didn't have that kind of technology. There was just not no technology there. So yeah, that's Sammy. Sammy is on here right now. So if you guys want to reach out to him and just tell him God bless him, and tell him to keep being resilient, and that just know that there are people out there that are pulling for him and that love him. If you guys want to just send a word to Sammy, you know, yes. Um, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Mike, you're getting removed. Thank you. So, but anyways, yeah, his name is Sammy. His name is Sammy, and if you've seen some of my posts, we've had conversations on my post, and so I am forever keeping him in my prayers. I am forever keeping him in my prayers. because I think you're saying some things, Mike, that are not very nice, and I don't really have time for any of that. Thanks, Kenny. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Thanks. I'm sure that Sammy is listening to you guys, and he's I'm sorry, he's reading the messages, and I'm sure that he appreciates it. I am so sure, and I appreciate it. Thank you. So he has a mom out there that is helping him, and his mom has been gifted, and she's been gifted to be able to be there and help, be there for her son. She has been gifted, and that's a blessing, because I have two kids, um, and sometimes, the kids, they grow up, and my kids are adults because I have grandkids, and they just don't really like need you anymore. Sometimes they think they have life, you know, they got an edge on life, and they know everything about that there is to know about life, and they're grown, and you can't tell them anything because they know it all. Sometimes that happens. And so you try to be, a mother to your kids because you still have years of experience. You still have love for them. You still want the best for them, and you just want them to want to feel like they need you sometimes. I'm reading your message. Topics Bola. Okay, you said so much in this world gets corrupt, and we dislike it. You have the power to dispel an evil that, yes, you sure do. You are so right. You are so right. So oh yeah, your family, are you in England? It's because you said Dukes. Are you in England? Or thank you for your words of encouragement, Mike, to Sammy. Thank you so much. Oh, you're in, okay. Well, when you said your Dukes, I don't know why I was just, oh, it's a slang. Oh, your slang. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So you're from New Orleans. All right. Hmm. Okay. That's good to know. I've been there a couple of times. I really like it. Yeah. So, anyways, getting back to my kids. So, Sean, let me read it. I'm not going to read it out. So, just know that my YouTube has restrictions on it, and if the YouTube people, the ones that kind of govern community guidelines, if they see that you're saying things that are inappropriate or violating community guidelines, you will be banned. So just be careful what you say. So I don't really like you saying those kind of words, Sean. So I'm just gonna go on and report you. Let's see. And I don't have a problem doing it. I will do it in a minute. So, okay. Thank you. Where am I from? Okay. Um, I am from California. I'm sorry, I was reading messages. I'm from California, from Long Beach. Yes. Yep, that's where I'm from. Sunnyside, LA. Yes. Yeah, yeah, you're right. They will block you. They will really block you. And you don't want that, you know? I am. I am until you cross me the wrong way. But I pretty much I am. I used to just kind of like allow people to say what they wanted. I would allow people to get under my skin because I didn't want to offend the person that was getting under my skin. But as you get older, you build up a sense of strength and integrity and bravado that you're just not going to be taking anything. You're just not going to be putting up with stuff and taking stuff from people. And I notice the older that I get, like I am 56 years old, I'm not as timid and shy to voice myself if you come at me disrespectfully. I will say it. I will come back at you in a respectful way, but a stern way. And I'm not playing. I'm seriously not playing. I can be as sweet as pie, but don't mess with me. Okay, let me read what Sammy is saying. God bless you. God bless your voice, and your prayers mean so much, or so very much, as I'm really struggling, and seeing you and hearing you is so helpful. Thank you, Sammy. And it's a blessing to be able to talk to you. It's a blessing that you are still here, because you told me that you went through a very bad, severe car accident. And so the fact that you are still here, that God kept you here for a purpose, because he's using you to be an inspiration to somebody, to someone, you know. So don't give up. I just want you to just keep fighting. Just keep pushing. Don't give up, okay? And I am so glad that you still have the ability to hear and to see. You still have that ability, and you still have the ability to speak. You're speaking through a machine, but it still gives you a voice. And I applaud you for not giving up. Hey, Christopher Swabby, what's up? How are you doing? So, oh, me and my kids. Okay. So, I have my daughter is 37, and I'm gonna just be honest with you. So, I'm 56. My daughter is 37. So, thank you. So, um, I can just say that God blessed me to be able to age gracefully. I'll say that. And sometimes when my daughter and I are together, they think that we are sisters. I mean, they literally think that we are sisters. So I think sometimes she doesn't like that, because she's maturing as she gets older. But I think that she kind of feels like people are suggesting that she looks older for her age when she doesn't. It's just that, God bless me to be able to age gracefully. I will say that. And I don't smoke and I don't drink. I drink coffee, but occasionally I might have a glass of wine, a single glass of wine, and I don't usually finish it because I'm just not much of a wine, or anything that has any alcohol, or something that alters your ability to be sober. I don't really like that. So what do you mean by the filter goes away? Let's see. Oh, yes. You're learning too? Hi, Unique Mathis. How are you? I'm doing okay myself. And you guys, thank you for reaching out to Sammy. I appreciate it. Thank you for encouraging Sammy, and telling him to not to give up and to continue to be resilient. Just also know that God has you here for a purpose, Sammy. You are here for a purpose. And if any of you guys are new, or just coming on, Sammy has become a friend of mine on YouTube. And Sammy was so Sammy was was involved in a very bad car accident. And I didn't know Sammy before YouTube, and I still don't know. I've never seen Sammy, but I've talked to Sammy a couple of times, probably for about a month, and he was graceful enough to share his story with me. And he was saying that he was involved in a very bad car accident, and in that car accident he lost all movement to his body from his head all the way down. So he is a paraplegic. He has to be turned a couple of times a day. He has his mom that is caring for him, and he has a couple of nurses that come in. And at one time, he was saying that he was having to wear a halo, and he was asking me if I knew what a halo was. And I kind of had an idea, but I didn't really want to say, because I'm not really the authority on it. So I went and I did my research. And so I found out what a halo was. It's kind of like to help him, um, I guess, stay focused or steady, and in hopes to maybe give him some more movement back. Um, but he's struggling. He's struggling every day. So, and hello, Dinkas from Niagara Falls, Canada. Hi, how are you doing? I bet it's so pretty out there. I know it is. So, anyways, I just want you guys to say your prayers for Sammy, because God can work miracles. And also, it's okay to have friends that have disabilities. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, we need to be accepting of every type of person, of all walks of life. We need to be that way. And like I said, because you never know if that could happen to you, if it could happen to a family member. You never know. Like, you never know. As sure as you are standing, sitting, driving, flying, you never know what could come your way. So you never take that kind of stuff for granted. So we just want to just reach out to Sammy, and we want to tell him that we are praying for him, and that we are here to provide some bit of comfort for him. And I thank you guys. I thank you guys. So let's see here. Yes, yes, that is so true. What you said. I'm going to echo what you said. Topics, Bola. I am going to echo what you were saying. Hey, Dean, how are you doing? Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Okay. Yes. Oh, yes. Once I got older. Yeah. Um, because I used to be kind of, how people can say things to you and they can offend you, and you go back later and it's like, I should have said this. I should have said that. I shouldn't have let that person talk to me. And then you start like getting upset at yourself because of what that person inflicted upon you. And so I've learned how to voice myself and just let people know that I'm not taking that from you. I don't have to step to your level. I don't have to call you out of your name. I don't have to do any of that stuff. But I will not just allow you to sit here and disrespect me. I'm not going to do that. And I've learned to channel that as I've gotten older. And cuz as your kids and as your elderly, kids are brutally honest, and they're unfiltered. And then when you get older, elderly people, they're the same way. They're brutally honest. They say what's on their mind. They don't have any filter. They don't have any shut up. They say what's on their mind. And so I'm starting to get that way, by the grace of God. I'm starting to get that way, and it's a good feeling, because I can now tell people when they say something to me that I don't like, or I take offense to it. I can let them know. in a kind, respectful way. So I do want to tell you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a whole lot to me. And when you're on my channel, just know that I am very diverse. So I do a lot of things. I don't like to be categorized into a little box because I'm a very colorful person. So I like to do comedy. I like to dance. These latest dance trends, they are so hard for me because as you get older, you just don't have the agilities that you had as a child, So, your mind is saying go left, but your body is saying go right. And so sometimes that's hard to do. But I try. I do try. I'm trying to hold it down for the 50-year-olds. So you said you're still learning a lot? Yes. Yes, because you have to just be able to take the bull by the horns. You have to. Mhm. I have to go to work tomorrow, and then after tomorrow, I have a whole week off. Lord Jesus, I am so happy. So I'm going to California. My brother is going to be hosting the Thanksgiving Day dinner party, and he's going to be inviting some of our cousins that maybe that I haven't seen. So we always make it like a reunion because, like I said, I'm the oldest of eight. I'm 56, and my youngest brother is 43. So yes, yep. Oh, and I'm up here. He's Wait a minute. Let me think. How old is he? If I'm 56. Oh, he's not gonna like me saying that. He's 41. Yeah. We have the same parents. We were born from all from the same household in California. And my mom was a strict Christian, and my dad was kind of a bit of a comedian. So my dad used to like to laugh and make us laugh all the time. And my mom, she was really strict, and she taught us the values of a clean house. So that's why I like to clean a lot, and I appreciate cleanliness. And she was just very strict. So at first I used to hate it. I didn't like it at all because I wanted to be like the rest of the kids that didn't have um, any responsibilities, or their parents kind of gave them free reign. But my parents weren't that way. My dad, he was kind of easygoing, but my mom, she wasn't that easygoing. But as I've gotten older, I appreciate and I love her so much. And I just want to just fellowship with my family and my loved ones in this holiday. And if they ask me to make a peach cobbler, I will. Because I make some really good peach cobblers. I mean, they are so good. So today I made two for work. Um, I made one the night before, and then I made the other one last night. And some of my coworkers had the nerve to tell me that they wanted theirs in a personal pan. So I had to make mini loaf pans. So I made 6 mini loaf pans just so that they can have their own. Aren't I a nice person? Yep. And I bought some bluebell ice cream. I bought the single cups and the tub. Sure did. Because that's what we do. So is anybody going out of town? So I don't have any music on right now because the last time I had a music playlist, it was a YouTube playlist, and I played the playlist, and then I didn't get any credit for my lifetime because they said that it was copyrighted. And I didn't understand how it was copyrighted if it was a YouTube playlist. So it was playing a playlist that I subscribed to. I guess it was copyrighted. So that means that in some regions, some of the music is copyrighted, I guess. But I still didn't understand how that occurred when, I was subscribing to YouTube and I was playing the YouTube music on my YouTube live. But I guess I'll figure it out. I don't see any more comments. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. So I'm still kind of new to this because I've only been on live. This is my third time. So I'm still kind of new. Hi, thank you for subscribing. And if you do subscribe, please let me know in the comments that you did so that I can look at me over here tongue tie, so that I can subscribe back to you. Please let me know, okay? I'm drinking coffee. Lord, I hope I don't stay up tonight because tomorrow's Friday and I need to get me some sleep so that I can have a fresh day for tomorrow. My grandkids are going to come over for the weekend. They're going to come over Saturday and Sunday. I used to do TikTok videos with them, but I think on YouTube, I'm just trying to keep my grandkids out of it. Let me fix this. This. Not like that. It's kind of crooked. Okay. So I was saying earlier that I used to be on TikTok. I had a really pretty good, decent following. I had about 12,000 followers and I had over 200,000 likes. And I had only been on TikTok for like 2 years. And then my account got hacked into. And so that was like very disheartening, because I worked so hard, So with that, I've taken a break because I didn't like the way I tried to appeal it like several times. I tried explaining to them and I don't know, I just couldn't get it back. So eventually they allowed me to get a TikTok account. But I don't really have any followers on there because I'm kind of like, I just have my number on there. So you'll see it from time to time on my posts. But I really just would rather be on YouTube only because I don't know. Sometimes you don't know if it's if it's one of your followers. You don't know. So you don't on TikTok, it's really hard to determine, like you don't know if someone reported you for community guidelines or if they were trying to get you kicked off of TikTok because they wanted to destroy you. You don't know. You really don't know. So I had TikTok friends and a couple of like friends that I kind of made my friends outside of TikTok. But once my account got closed, I just didn't really trust anybody anymore because I didn't know if any of it was, you know, illfully done. Like if somebody just deliberately was vindictive and had my account closed, got in, hacked into my account. And so I was trying to explain that to them. I tried to explain it, but they weren't having it. So, I mean, I can get back on there, but it's so discouraging to have to start all over, because each time you reach a level of accomplishment, you get more benefits. And so I think I was just at the part where I was going to be getting um, monetized. I don't know how much for only 12,000 followers. And over 200,000 likes, but I think you had to have like 100,000 watch time hours, something like that. And I don't know, or 100, yes. And I don't know if that was daily, weekly. I'm not sure. I'm sure some of you guys know, but um, I don't think I was going to be making a whole bunch of money. But it was just having that accomplishment, like getting all the way up there after working so hard, So, so now I just really try to remain humble. I really do. And what I do like about YouTube is that you don't really get that personal as you do with someone on TikTok, because TikTok you have your chat rooms, and then with that you have sometimes you can be um, put in a vulnerable situation because you have some people that are out there plotting to try to fraud you or to ask you personal favors, so I kind of like YouTube because it's a lot more impersonal. Yeah. And we don't even know what they're going to do with TikTok anyways. Hopefully they won't close it, but we don't know. We don't know. They said that TikTok is, or China is leaking a lot of our information. And just like that, so all my information that I had, luckily for me, I had all of my videos saved to my phone. But what happened with the rest of my videos? And what are they doing with those videos? Hmm. But I came on here to talk about family, so I'm going to talk about family. Um, my parents My parents met on the same street. So they were like practically neighbors. That's crazy. So my parents had started dating when they were 12 and 13. And that's really something. And my parents had me when they were 18 and 19. Yeah. So, yeah. And my parents, my mom was the second to the oldest of 8, and my dad was the second to the oldest of 10. So my dad passed away, unfortunately, about 5 years ago. He died from cancer. But I have a lot of my dad in me because my dad was like, he was silly acting. He was a comedian. He liked to make people laugh, and he just loved life, and he would just take things to the limit. Like he would do, let me tell you a funny story about what he did one time. So when I was a teenager, my mom was really wanting me to be blessed with the Holy Spirit, like to speak in tongues. And I just feel like that's not for everybody, that God, that's a special gift, and not everybody has that gift, and not everybody does that, So um I told my mom that I wanted to get the Holy Spirit. So, anyways, she had a pastor come over to the house, and the pastor, he prayed over me, and he anointed me, and and then I felt like such a silly person because I couldn't speak in tongues. So I was 16 years old. At 16 years old, you think you're cute. You're so. Anyways, I just started like saying some stuff. And at the time, my brother was a year old, and my dad was holding my brother, and I started saying "Handala shika, handala," because I really wanted to. I wanted to do that. Like I wanted to do it so much for my mom, you know. So, anyways, my dad was like looking at me like he started cracking up like, look at this joker here. You know. So he took my brother and he kind of like put my brother over his face and he was like he, t- he took my brother like out of the living room. He was like, oh, it's okay. And so the pastor was like, go ahead, release your tongues, release your tongues. You know, the devil, we rebuke you in the name of Jesus, release your tongues. And then, so I just started saying, I can't, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. And my siblings were cracking up. So whenever my mom would be, I don't know if my mom knows the story, so I'm going to have to tell her, but whenever my mom would leave and my dad was there with us, my dad would just tell her what I mean, my dad would just laugh and have my siblings like laugh. My siblings would make fun of me all the time. They're like, who said this? Hello, she God. And so they would just laugh all the time and make fun of me. And my dad was like, you know, couldn't well. You was not talking in tongues. You know you weren't. But I was trying. I was trying so hard. So then we go to church. And my mom would want her kids to be blessed with the Holy Ghost. And we went to really strict Pentecostal and also Baptist churches. And so you go, the pastor will have you to come up to the front and anoint you, and then they'll push your head back, and you know, and I never would fall back. I guess sometimes God knows your heart, and I just felt like if I allow myself to fall back, I might fall because I'm not really serious about this like I should be, and I might fall and bust my head. So I never would allow myself to go back, you know. Um, I saw my dad, the pastor anointed him, and my dad actually fell back. And my mom was so embarrassed because my dad had holes in his socks. And my dad used to sacrifice all of his money, and he would sacrifice himself to make sure all eight of us had, you know, clean clothes and things of that nature. So my dad falls back. Not only did he have holes in his socks, his shoes were kind of talking. And my mom saw that, and my mom was so embarrassed, like, you know. But that was just the things that my dad did. He sacrificed himself so that we could have everything. So he taught us the fundamentals of budgeting. Like he would get his check and he would get his cash and he put it on the bed, and he would we would see all the money and we'd be like, wow, that's a lot of money. And then he would start um, telling us all of his bills, and he would have us subtract all the way down to a little of nothing, and he would say, and that's why I don't have any money, you know, because he would say, this is for the rent, and then you know we subtract that. This is for the groceries, and we subtract that. This is for the lights. This is for the gas. This is for um the gas in my car, you know. And so it gave us a sense of understanding and appreciation for, you know, for the dollar, and for budgeting and understanding that you have to really work hard, and you have to sacrifice sometimes, you know, for those that you love. So that's my take on family. Does anybody else have something that you want to share? I don't know why I'm not getting any comments. I was getting comments, but I don't see them. So I don't know if anybody is trying to comment. Let's see. I don't know. But again, I want to tell you guys thank you. Thanks for following me. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I love you guys. I appreciate the support. And if you are following me or subscribing to my channel and I have not yet subscribed to yours, please let me know in the comments so that I can do the same for you. I appreciate it. I understand that we are all in this together, and it takes a village. And so I'm just trying to do my part, and I appreciate you guys for doing yours. I love you. Bye. I'll talk to you guys later.